Do you know how to white balance your footage? Well, if you use a little white gray card like this one here, today I'm going to show you how to use this little gray and white card to white balance your footage. Let's get into it. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. I'm YouTube Growth Certified, and I'm also dedicated to creating content on this channel that can help you grow on YouTube. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel and click that bell so you know when I release new videos. You're going to find lots of discussion out there on YouTube about color grading your footage, but almost nobody really talks about white balance and color correction. And really, you have to do this before you can ever start to color grade your footage. And color grading is really difficult, if not impossible, if you don't have your colors correct to begin with. Now really, these are almost the same thing. You're gonna find when you white balance your footage, it's gonna be color correct. Now after you've filmed in all kinds of different locations for a while, you kind of learn that light bounces off of everything, and it tends to pick up the color of the things that it's bouncing off. So if I have something blue over here or something red over here, the light that's shown on me is going to be different than natural light. And this is why white balance and color correction is so important, because the camera doesn't really understand that nuance. You kind of have to tell it. In the studio here, I use a lot of gels on my lighting to change the colors specifically, and that throws off all kinds of weird things. So white balancing has been something I've done for a while. And with all this bouncing colored light, it can make your skin look different. When you white balance, you know your skin tones are probably going to be correct. The other thing that white balancing and color correction can do for your video is make it a lot easier to match footage in post that's filmed in different locations with different lighting, because the colors are all going to be correct. After today, you're going to know how to do it, and it's a pretty simple process. To do your white balancing, all you really need is a card like this one here. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out for yourself, but you can see it is just a card that is white on one side and gray on the other. It actually comes with this nifty little fold-up pouch so that it stays clean when you're on the road. And all you really do is at the beginning of a scene you're about to film, you want to hold up this card right next to your face. You want to make sure you jiggle it around a little bit and face it in different directions so it faces square at the camera at some point and you don't get any glare. I always like to take a few seconds of footage from each side of the card. Let's jump into the edit and I'll tell you why. Okay, so let's start out with the white side of the card, because that's really the easiest side. You want to go into your Lumetri color window under basic correction, then go ahead and select the white balance little eyedropper here and select any part of the white on the white card. Now this should automatically adjust your white balance to correct, or so we think. But this is why I take a few seconds of each side of the card, because sometimes it doesn't always do as good a job as we want it to. So let me show you how to do the color correction with the gray side of the card. First, you want to find a good solid image of that gray side. Under opacity, click this little square to select a mask. Then move the mask over the gray section of the gray card. Then adjust the mask so only the gray is showing. Next, you go up to Window and you select Lumetri Scopes. Click the little wrench in the bottom of the Lumetri Scopes window and select Vector Scope YUV. What you want to see here is a little dot right in the center, and that's it. You can see we actually have a little bit of color bleeding over into the green portion. So the way to fix this is to go into the Lumetri color panel and select curves. Now I'm going to select green and I'm going to try to adjust it to bring it into the center. Now you can see when I move this, it moves it all the way into the blue. Well, that's fine. Then we just grab the blue and we go ahead and we move that until it's to the center. And sometimes you may need to mess with all the different colors in order to just get one dot in the center. But once you see this one dot in the center, you're all set, you're ready to go. Here is a before and after shot. On the left side, you see the uncorrected image. On the right side, you see the image with color correction. You can see that it doesn't change the world, but it does change a lot of very important small things about the image. For one, my shirt has a much more natural color. It reduces the reflectivity of the surface areas. It also does the same thing on the color of my skin. I look darker, but also the reflectivity is reduced. And yes, I'm actually really that dark. I spend a lot of time outdoors. In fact, this channel used to be a lot about the outdoors. I don't do that sort of content anymore, but I still spend a lot of time outdoors. If you want to learn more about how I created this background on the cheap, check this video out right here. Or if you just want to see a video that YouTube thinks you'll like, check this one out right here. If YouTube growth content is something you're into, consider elevating your strategy. Subscribe to the channel and click that bell so you know when new content comes out. Go out there, film something awesome, make it count. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.